ELD with Brainstorm MTG back with some legacy action, this time from Battlegrounds Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts. They had a legacy shootout here for some dual lands. It was a ton of fun, and these are a bunch of matches that I actually did not get to see go down the first time, so I will be witnessing them for the first time just as you do here. We have Ryan, who was on camera previously with Delver, and we have Ethan on Eldrazi. And I believe the last match Ryan had was actually against Eldrazi as well, so we'll see if he can pull off another win against one of the difficult decks to play against the format. That it has Chalice of the Void, as well as Mana Deny, very often stopping you from play a game. Of course, on the other side of that, it is able to throw down some just horrific beats. Cards like Thought Not Seer, of course, Eldrazi Mimic with Reality Smasher coming through with 10 damage out of nowhere. So it looks like Ryan is going mulliganing here after a little bit of thought, really understand the importance of have a strong opener first deck. Eldrazi, on the other hand, really doesn't have much in the way of card selection outside of that mulligan phase. What type of game looking to impose based off of that opening 7 or perhaps 6. Deck doesn't really love to mulligan, does want a steady pressure. That gets it also kind of a combination of lands to make those threats efficient. Want multiple soul lands or Eye of Ugins that happen, and there we go. Chalice at 1. Ryan, did you mull into force? Ice skating uphill. Ancient, like Ryan drew for turn after Chalice resolved, so this is going to be a tough one. And Delver testing the waters. Ethan remembers his trigger, even on the feature. And Eye of Ugin, Ancient, allowing for a Matter Reshaper. That 3/2 is a pretty reasonable threat. It can turn itself into a Mimic or some equipment. A card like Umezawa's G. Other side of that, add a card to your hand when it dies. So not usually a card that you're terribly excited or disappointed to see. It's just kind of a solid role player in the deck. You're even happy to set a clock. Deathrite Shaman as well. So the rate that Ryan is filling the graveyard, we have to think Gurmag Angler is part of the plan. Tells you very likely does not have an answer to that main deck. Chalice certainly sticking around. Wasteland is added to the mix here. And we've got a Thought Knot Seer. There is that Gurmag. That was the hope. It is gone. Hope has left the building. Ryan is now going to need top decked Gurmag Angler and a Black Sword. This is not where you deck doing exactly what it's. Ryan knows writing is on the wall. Let's move on to game 2. Some type of answer to Chalice of the. For Grixis, you have Kolgan's Command. A Braid is another card that can come in. It's not particularly strong versus Eldrazi, and not a lot of things you actually can kill with a Braid outside of the artifact. It's almost a shatter. Can kill Mimics, can kill smaller Endless Ones, as well as that Matter Reshape. Bigger threats, the top of the curve, just totally laugh off through that degree. I would not be surprised if the result comes out for Ryan. Not be intuitive. It does give the deck some. Honestly, if you're going for things, must be going well. And Chalice of the Void, when it shuts off a card like Lightning, just like a double. Not only is the card shut off, but even if you got rid of the chalice, it's not entirely certain that that lightning bolt. If you have one cast and DOS card, you generally really worthwhile. Cards like Axiom less exciting, where they're not just guaranteed to convert fresh new. Ryan, I'm sure, has plenty of cards that he can take out here. It's a matter of how many cards he's dedicated toward Eldrazi, which is not a hugely played deck. Percentage-wise, I would not expect it to be a portion of it. Did actually get copies of it on camera. That is pretty unusual. It is one of the cheaper decks to build. Is in its favor. Popular death and taxes. Aggressive. Thank Battlegrounds for holding an awesome event. If I haven't already in this video, doing a lot of videos back to back to back here, trying to get onslaught of coverage that Brainstorm MTG does provide. More videos from the Wednesday night Legacy, which is tomorrow, where I went. Those happen every $3, 3 or 4 rounds. Staple. Got to be careful with that. Not want to pick up the top card of your library or mulliganing. Really careful to make absolutely sure that you are not scrying. Still feels new when you talk about Eternal formats. Things that came out. M10 rules still feel new. Damage doesn't stack anymore? What are you talking about? Ordered blockers? Definitely get some old man magic going. Talking about the way it's evolved. Ryan going to 6. Trying to be a bit more selective. Having an answer to Chalice is very important if possible. Really just any type of mix of threats or disruption. All of it's really strong versus playable cards from a deck is a problem. Looks like he's going all the way down to 5 here. 5. Is it good? Trying. Oops. Or B. There he is. He's trying, and it's possible. It's staying on top. Board expectations, perhaps. See. Ryan is on here, hoping to land a first turn Delver. If Chalice comes down, first turn Delver can be good enough. Game just 7 turns. Matchup potentially defined by actually true damage. Abington City of Traders looks like perhaps an endless. Perhaps a. Can't quite tell from this, but we cards as they play out. Oh, it's actually Eldrazi. I am jotting that all down. That information later for cards like the Ball Therapy. There's the Abington. There's the Mint. Part of the draws that got all of the Magic World talking about Eldrazi. Have Abington and multiple. Get those out on the table. Daddy. Next turn and potentially get. Take a point to get a volcanic island as per Ground C into Young Pyromancer. hopefully for Ryan, we'll be able to go very wide here, creating a whole lot of blockers. It actually does stack up extremely well versus Ethan would be totally fine that trade. Get rid of. Oh, and Chalice it. Oh, that is going to really decrease the utility of that Pyroman. Instead of being able to hand trip his way through. Oh, and he's got the daze. There we go, Ryan. Things are functioning ideally now. Ethan not able to come back over the top of the card like Simeon Spirit Guide to pay the 1 off of daze. That is about as good a target as you could have. That turns on Young Pyromancer. Ponder. Probably going to be very happy finding another cantrip. Building the board presence here while improving the quality of his hand. That daze. No good there. Back in the other direction. And now Cabal Therapy. And this is where things get very graphic. This is going to be 2 of the best cards out of Ethan's hand. Sure, he's going to hit on the first one because he has some information. Whatever else he wants. Looks like Walking Ballista and then Sack to Flashback. That Reality Smasher is out of there. Ethan stranded with just a Cavern of Souls in hand. Now he is going to be playing off the top versus a swarm of tokens here. That Mimic, not going to be great on defense. It will probably stop the Pyromancer from swinging. How aggressive Ryan wants to play it. There's a Cavern of Souls, Naming Eldrazi, and Thought-Knots. Of course, you need colored mana to make that Thought-Knot counterable. As explained that he's done exactly that. Force of Will and Brainstorm. Brainstorm, the natural choice there. That Cavern of Souls going to hopefully make further Eldrazi uncounterable. Force of Will mostly. Of course, he doesn't have a blue card to pitch with it. Last thing, card draw. Thought-Knots here. Very likely the breaks out. Wasteland, hitting that Cavern of Souls. Now Ethan, just Eye of Ooze. Just 1 card in hand. Stuck in Standstill. Delver, having stabilized. Have a bit of a man. Considering this looks like it could be a miss unless he had some type of instant cost 0, because that is a very clear trade for Ryan. He's been there. He is totally fine sacrificing Pyromancer and those tokens. Ethan taking that chance to get the Pyromancer off the board from his perspective. Ryan, from his perspective, very happy to get an extra card. Digging. There's Delver, which in a way is an upgrade over that Young Pyromancer. That he's going to be able to flip that any luck, start chipping away air. Ryan taking a look, and he's going to fetch. That was not the instant sorcery that he was looking for. While Delver only triggers once, and solve the trigger and then fetch before your draw step, so you will not be able to take 2 looks, try and flip Delver twice, but you can use it as a way of getting card selection, parts about the card. Personal of Delver on a realistic level, mostly because he crowds out all the better threats in. particularly doesn't have Avran Delver decks quite a bit. They are very good, crowded out. Similar strategies, that good. Very similar to what Tarmogoyf in the past, obsolete threats. Delvers that boat. Much efficiency of fire. And there we go, Cabal Therapy. Potentially hit one card. Ooh, Spirit Guide. That's a decision. I think may see this Goblin token pop up those Sunni guides. That's probably the safest one. And he goes ahead that step, or does he? Ryan, really, really considering here. Would he rather have that, yeah, the Mimic trade with Goblin? Says, no, sir, I just want to get those Sunni guides out of there. Let's keep you bottlenecked on mana as much as possible. Really not wanting Ethan off kill that spirit or the elemental before it could sacrifice all therapy. Now comes back. So 13. They have missed fetches here. We'll see. Comes around. Is picking up cards from his graveyard. That looks like a Gurmag Angler to me. Last match we saw Ron hardcast Gurmag. Now it was intended that fish just stabilize that. That is going to be 2 swings. Ethan quickly passing back. Ryan's still not flipping that Delver. That is just Crown Town right there. And we've got 5 coming in. And a Deathrite Shaman. This is spiraling rapidly out of control at this point. Backstep, and that should just about do it. Delver flips. That Mimic. Very hard to play against. Like Ryan may actually be at 8. Catches get there on my tabulation. Like 5 more just came through. Delver is actually at this point likely to mop things up. Does he take advantage of the trigger? Damage not going to matter a ton over either way. Just taking the Deathrite is going to put down for 2. Delver is still not flipping. Now, with Ethan at 4, he's got a decision to make here. Deathrite can handle this on his own. 2 more activations, one during the end step, one during the upkeep, will end it. Need to get that Deathrite off of the board. That Delver will eventually flip. Have to imagine. Top of that deck. That guy. I am proud to be a wizard and has no intention anytime soon, apparently. Doing his hand. Not looking good. Mana base. For any type of solution. Both Deathrite and the Gurmag pose much of a threat right now. That Elver could pose a threat. So close, so very far away. Mag angle. Happy to eat one of those. Elver. Deathrite with activation. Wrap this up. Possible. Remember, not going to be an out here total. Just got lower with that activation. Upkeep. Activate. Oh, he actually flips the Delver. Look at that. Just in time for the ending of the game. Ryan takes it down. That game either way. Got it done. Start to shuffle up for game. Mobile impromptu setup, so it looks a little different than what you're used to. Got on cell phone in a very minimal setup here. Go to Battlegrounds, hobbies for the event. Tried to come up with a portable travels over different versions. Love to hear your thoughts. Archive footage. Growing library. What a year. Only recently started doing definitely commentary, the production device, any thoughts. All welcome. If it's stuff I can't now or act on, having things quality format, site in decks that they make or play against. At Magic, about 25 years. 94. I don't recall playing back in 90. Whole lot. That's actually another day. We get two into the lot of Magic every day. Talk to people. Eldrazi, getting ready to play in a tournament. Always appreciate Ryan here. Horn of Amethyst off of City of Traders. So Ethan's mana base again, super sketchy. City of Traders not what you want to be leading out with. Hopefully, got a of two cards. Play off of that. Right into City. Not ideal. Got a stellar play. Actually, Force of Willed. Perhaps keep the strength of that thorn. Having the force to stop it is able to probe. Now we get to see the rest of what's going on here. Looks like a Mimic, Wasteland, perhaps a Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb, not the most exciting card in this matchup. It can mop up those Elemental tokens. Side, so let out kind of all in on that Thorn. Does he start making land drops and destroy his own city? Have to. Thinking about which land drop is so important. Not stay at 2 mana forever. Eldrazi Temple, have Whatnot or something powerful off the top to go with it. Just the. Oh, there we go. The Ratchet Bomb. So, Eldrazi Temple gives us our Mimic. 2 floating from City of Traders gives us Ratchet Bomb. Ryan committing to the board. Ratchet Bomb perhaps best at 1 mana to take out Delver and Death right now. Delver retains the 1 casting somewhat recently past casting cost, so he wiped out along with all those elemental tokens. Now he'll be out along with Deathrite Chump. Underground Sea fetched. Pressure in the starting to down his body. Along with it, it played quickly. There's Young Pyromancer. Looks like E2 that Ratchet Bomb. Trade his Mimic and Pyromancer 2 for 1. Possibly worse if Ryan gets some elemental tokens out of this. Not super exciting line for E. Damage coming off of them. Ryan has plans for that Pyromancer. Big plans, definitely not trade here. Start coming out that Mimic so much worse. Tempo card. Really muck up the tempo. Baseland, taking out that Underground. Get to 4 or 5 mana, start casting some potential threats. Are going to be off. Back. How do you like me now? I can play that game. Throw Manazord, and then right now looks like he may decided to obliterate himself with 0 permanence. That is not a great feeling. Talking about more of a legacy now. More coming in. Got to ask himself, can he afford to let this Pyromancer live? Try and draw any type of starts to get wildly. Only will pull its mana base back together, also generate an army. Says, yeah, let's do it. Get this out of here. Set. Watch it all burn. And does he have a land? Does. No. Like, with this much thinking, he have multiple lands. Abington, Endless 1 at 2. In the slow road there. Fetching. Endless 1, a real skill tester. A lot of ways to look at it. I think evaluating the card in prior experience, I would certainly call a skill tester. It also rewards getting reps with the deck. Still about the best way to get the more. There are times when you're happy, am that guy at 2, and there are other times absolutely save him in 4, 5, 6, or more. Is a really interesting card in that. Another Wasteland. So what a spiteful match right now. Either player happy about anybody playing anything. Wasteland all over the place. And a Ponder, and now board advantage for Ryan. He can find another length off of this. Start to build a mana base if he draws more cantrips off of it. Building a board. Not a lot of ways that Ponder is wrong. The worst case scenario, shuffling. And Probe, very nice there. 2 coming in. Off of Young Pyromancer. Checking his life total. And not very exciting here. Probe does set up for future fall therapies. Or Ryan's happy to trade his tokens. He got them for free. What does he care? There's Matter Reshaper. That is get countered. The lack of synergy there in between Eye of Ugin and Cavern of Souls. That Matter Reshaper costs only 1 mana, would not be colored. Cavern of Souls not able to protect it. Days a tempo play there. Pretty brutal. There's a Delver. This instant Eye of Ugin nowhere near as good as Eldrazi Temple. Eldrazi Temple would have allowed get the Matter Shaper. Why he tapped that Cavern? Actually, taps just really trying counterable. Got 4 more damage coming, and this is very quickly wrapping up. Draw something explosive, and like this one. Hit for Oh, it's a Cavern of Souls, sorry. So there we go. Finally, Cavern of Souls doing its job. Uncounterable. Crossed up Eldrazi Temple for a second. But Endless One coming down as 3. Nick staying home. I am looking to go wide and go in the air. Get around all of these ground blocks. Reality Smasher, such a dangerous card. 5 mana for that. Like cards. Does have those outs. Pass up on a certainly gonna that goes in directions conservatively or too aggressively. Either one can cost you. And there's the moon coming in for 3. Getting a chump block. Just Delvers for days here. 3 more in the air. That Delver flips. This will be. Looks like really no cards here that I can think off the top of my head that get out of this with 7 damage. Reality Smasher getting would do 5. The other does Delver flip. Fetch land down to 6. High game and life totals, but that is the somebody out to get KO'd here this turn. There it is. The Delver flips. That's going to do it in the air. 6 damage. There's the handshake. Well played match. That was a lot of fun. Well, that is it for this round. We've got a few more, including some of the top 8. An ELD with Brainstorm MTG. Thanks for watching.